behind me, Lou. You scared me. You're like right behind. She thought she was gonna cradle up behind me, and then I was like, I went back, and she was like, "Oh shit, that's not cool to be in my." My Shih Tzu doesn't know to not be in my blind spot zone like that. Yeah, people get in my blind spot. It's like bad news bears. Yeah. Oh yeah. And then up next is we're gonna have McDonald's. Mickey D's. Got the Austin, Texas mug. Oh yeah. In the mug. Black people don't say that anymore, or white people don't say it. It's all up in the mug. I'm up in this mug. It's just like outdated slang. What do the kids say now? It's in the fire lit. We're gonna get it up in the fire lit. Some shit like that. It's gonna be rizzed up in the fire lit. It's like the street slang right now. It's not really too inventive. It's not. It's just every young people, they usually have their slang of their time, and then the next young people, they have a different kind of slang. But it's basically, I mean, if you change the word masturbation, still there'll be the English word masturbation, but then people just use shorthand. They'll just call it fapping, and all that, playing with yourself, and slap, spanking the monkey and all that. It doesn't like replace masturbation. Saying something's cool, lit, does not replace saying something's cool, because someone will always say something's cool. I mean, maybe not always, but all right. So people aren't in the 1960s or 1970s anymore, so they don't say something's groovy. And we're not from the 1980s, so we don't say stuff is gnarly. But some of that still transfers, multi-generational. Some of it still sticks around, though, in the vernacular. So some slang survives, and some is like, oh, that was stupid. And then people abandon it eventually. Do I expect the kids in the future to say, oh, that's lit? Like in the next 10 years? Not really. Do I expect them to say that in the next 20 years if I'm still alive? Probably not. It depends. That's fire. I don't think that's the bomb. That's explosive. They're all similar. Man, that's electric. Dude, that's atomic, brother. You can change the slang, but it's still similar. Heat, electricity, fire, reactions. Man, that's volcanic, dude. It's still the same shit. No matter, even if the first guy who starts it, thinks he's like the greatest fucking genius of the newest generation that comes about. Like Billy Joel once saying, it's still rock and roll to me, baby. You can call it new wave, new phase. You can call it whatever you want to, but it's still rock and roll to me, baby. It's still the same thing, kind of. It is the dream of new generations and old generations to start movements that are new and fresh, and invent ideas that are new and fresh. Yeah, that's kind of a desire that human beings have, either subconsciously or consciously, actively seeking that. Yeah, French juice, The first overcast clouds have appeared. Get it on. All right, so we got our coffee ready, and let's go ahead and go to the. All right, see if the tuning's right and everything like that, and standard tuning this time, and we'll do drop D for Black Hole Sun on Monday. So we got our coffee refilled here, and then we're going to put up the groceries, eat the McDonald's. So let's tune it up, Don. Yeah, we're going to get the setup, so I can do a show in the living room, and then yeah, I'm gonna record the Powerball adventure to the Quickie Mart. Yeah, we're head back to the Quickie Mart. We're heading back to the Quickie. Yeah, it's a different guy that works out on Saturdays. It's not the guy who's trying to pretend to be macho. It's this guy who likes to stay low key, and he's not effeminate, but he's not insecure about his masculinity, so he doesn't act so ridiculous. He's not like this one Pakistani guy. He's like trying to act. Okay. So there's one Pakistani guy that tries to act all macho, like, I'm tough. Oh, I'm so tough. Oh, I'm so masculine. And he's like, so if the guy sniffles and you're like, are you coming down with the cold? He'll be like, oh, no, it's nothing, man. He'll be getting COVID-19. So, oh, it's just a little bump, man. He acts really tough, like he's really hard, but he's not. But he acts like he's really tough. But this other guy that works through this other Pakistani guy, he's like real low key, and he's almost like robotic. Like he doesn't, like he's just like 875. It's like stoic. He's kind of cool because he really doesn't bullshit. He's not insecure in his masculinity. It's just everything's pretty cool. I mean, he likes to be real quiet. Is the best thing about this guy. Yeah. So here we go. I'm gonna do Fender acoustic standard tuning online. Yeah, we're just tuning. Not even really playing a song right now. Yeah. So we're gonna get the Mickey D's. Yeah, we're having a blowout tonight. A party. Because as the Beastie Boys said, you have to fight for your right to party. As the Beastie Boys so eloquently once said. Eloquently. Looks like the sun is disappearing. Is the front coming in earlier? I can feel that vibration of the universe. Seems pretty solid, actually. What if it was? What if you could do it like? Would you like that? Not really. I like it more like yeah. Like it more like or something. Something a little bit crazier. We don't want to be spilling our beer or our coffee. Don't want to be spilling our beer. Yeah, I heard the guy had a heart attack. That was the producer to Dirt Road Anthem, Jason Aldean. He had a heart attack at 54. Yeah. You think it just like drinks a lot, smokes a lot, party lifestyle, or just everybody gets sick and dies? Or is that just what it is? All right. Well, unfortunately, I joined the different streams together so that the cameras are in a Yeah, kind of a sink. Mm. Oh, yeah. Oh, ooh. So it's in. Is it in two, or is it tunish? Tuna salad? Saturday morning guitar tunes. The last day before the apocalypse. The last day before the eclipse. Apocalypse. Iran and the Islamicists, fundamentalist jihadis, shall attack the kingdom of Judea. They shall attack Israel. The West will retaliate. But the dragon and the bear and the snake will also activate their forces as well. Then we'll know who goes to heaven and who goes to hell. Who goes to heaven and who goes to heaven and who goes to hell. Or it could just be could just be another solar eclipse. Could just be another year in the human yearbook. Well, we'll see how eventful 2024 is going to be. Could be quite eventful. Besides the presidential 2024 executive elections. Yeah, I noticed like the spam has increased, right? People are like, hey, I know you, dude. And like, I have a special business proposition. You keep getting more like junk. I keep getting more like junk mail. Like, I keep getting more bullshit, like automate, like more like Nigerian hackers and Russian and Chinese hackers. I keep getting more like just total garbage. So actually, right before the solar eclipse, I expect there'd be a lot of trolls and there'd be a lot of fucking bullshit going on in terms of like the social media and the electronic mail and on and on and on. So yeah, I'm especially vigilant on cybersecurity right before the solar eclipse because I mean, and also outdoor security, just in real life and not online. Um, I think if foreign adversaries or cyber attackers were going to attack America, they would do it now. Is what I think. So they would do it while Americans were distracted. If the terrorists were going to hit, they were going to hit right now. You know what I mean? Like it's like if criminals are going to hit, they're going to do it while America's weak, while its leadership is weak. They're going to do it now. A lone man may not beat up an elderly man because he might look like he could fight, but four men in a gang might beat the shit out of the elderly man if they sense weakness. So, just saying. So all these people around America are gathering along this path of totality. Lots and lots of Americans that are trying to find clear spaces and trying to avoid the Texas thunderstorms or the Texas rainstorms. So we're going to try to find the clearest places in Texas without any rain or thunderstorm activity. So in those places, those cities, those towns, those hubs that aren't Dallas, Texas, for instance, there'll be hundreds, thousands, millions of people gathering to watch the event of the solar eclipse, which won't happen again until I am age 64. I'm 44, and I'd have to be 64 years old before the next event would occur, the total solar eclipse. So when I'm 64, if I make it to that particular time period, American life expectancies are going down because of this ruinous, disastrous president and the policies of the Democrats and the Uniparty and the deep state and the rhinos, the Republicans in name only. You know, basically the Judas Iscariots in our government, the sellouts. Sell out the American people down the road. Don't pay down the debt. Just kind of, hey, I'm about to retire, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Hey, let the kids pay for this. Yeah. So the biggest mistake the founding fathers made. Now everything else is great. Balance of power, separation of church and state. Everything's pretty good except for the term limits on the U.S. senators. That's the one thing that is not fixed. Not having term limits on senators makes sure that we have a permanent aristocracy. So it means we have a permanent elite. And that's a big fucking problem. So you have people that are too old to be in politics, like Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and especially Mitch McConnell, especially the people over 80 years old. And they don't have any term limits in the U.S. Senate and the Congress. So they keep on getting reelected ad infinitum. And they're not replaced as much as they should be. I don't think that a U.S. senator should be able to run more than 2 terms. And then they should be out. But anyways, the problem is that the senators make the laws. They're the legislators. So it's highly unlikely that the U.S. Congress is going to put limits on themselves, on their terms and their powers. So that's very unlikely to change. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I mean, why would senators put term limits on themselves? They wouldn't. You think they're going to draft a proposal? They'd have to be forced by the executive branch or meant parties from within to put limits on their power, put limits on their terms. It is kind of laughable when someone 80 years old is trying to decide the future of artificial intelligence or something. It is kind of laughable. I find it to be. It's like it's almost like an 80-year-old guy's trying to go out to, be a first draft pick for the Houston Astros. It's kind of like, dude, what are you doing? Are you serious? But they had an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation where alien parasites they infiltrate the crew members of the Starship Enterprise from an alien race. They infiltrate the Federation, and they have this enables the elderly people to kick the younger people's ass. And so you have all these like hilarious scenes where like old men are like flinging young people into glass tables and stuff like that, and whooping their ass and like throwing them into walls and stuff. It would be an interesting world if elderly people were actually stronger than younger people. It would be kind of an interesting world, but that's not the real world though. But since that's a science fiction fantasy show. That would be interesting instead of like young African American males from New York beating the shit out of mercilessly elderly people. If it was if it was like the opposite way around, the other way around, and like elderly people were beating the shit out of young people, it'd be funnier. It'd be a more hilarious world, wouldn't it? It'd be less of a Blade Runner, Escape from New York, Mad Max, dystopia like A Clockwork Orange. Anthony Burgess's and Stanley Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange. Yeah, but I mean, unfortunately, I think we're going towards the Blade Runner, Mad Max dystopia, and the Clockwork Orange dystopia, where you have a lot of gangs just going around beating up poor elderly people and stuff like that. Just a totally mad and immoral, decaying world. So unfortunately, that's why I envision the future to be like very dystopian, very dark, very much like a dystopian sci-fi novel, like Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451 or George Orwell's 1984. I know. People wanted to hear like it was going to be like Star Trek, and it was going to be like fantastical, and people were going to have quantum teleportation and instantaneous healing and flying around the cosmos, having magical adventures on the Magical Mystery Tour. But 'tis a shame. 'Tis a pity. Let's do it, yeah. Tyler from 1983. And also, of course, Black Hole Sun by yeah, I'm not really like for my channels. I'm not really playing up the theological or the spooky factor too much about the solar eclipse. I mean, it's probably just that that's all it is. It's a solar system event that happens sporadically throughout human history and always. Well, I can't say Earth is going to last forever. I can't say people are going to last forever. I can't say that anything can last forever. But I can say with certainty that if Earth is around and the solar system is around long enough, that there will be other solar lunar eclipses and so on. So let me see what's up with this. Wow. Huh. No one even said anything about this version. Wonder if it's even really that good. I don't know. So, you know, I might joke around about biblical stuff, theological stuff, just for the hay of it. But I'm not saying that, I'm not suggesting that all the ancient texts are just, some guy was tripping on acid and it was on some good drugs. But so, I mean, I'm not totally closed down to the idea of mystical stuff. So why not? So I have a very open mind about ancient religions. So a very open mind, open to it. Without getting too spooky about it. Yeah. Let's do it, baby. Without getting too spooky Wheeler, spooky Mulder. All right. Dun, dun, dun. My dog's getting spooked out by the guitar here. Listen to that E flat. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely. Can you ever come out? Every now and then I get a little bit tired listening to the sound of my tears. Every now and then I get a little bit nervous at the rest. All the years have gone by. Every now and then I get a little bit terrified, and then I see the look in your eyes. Is that the right chord, really? Hold on. Turn around, bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. Turn around, bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. I don't think this one's right. I might just karaoke this one because I don't have a capo. So I don't have a capo, a magic capo. Yeah, I think you need a capo to play this song, and maybe I should get one for my birthday. About to have the McCheese. All right. Yeah, about to have that Mickey cheese. Everybody ready for the McCheese? Ready for that? Ba-da-da-da-da. I'm loving it. Ooh. Mm. Ready? Da, da. But one musical note that you really need to learn how to play is the fart note. The fart note. Our last comedy in the forthcoming age of World War III and despair in the apocalypse. No, you call it the eclipse apocalypse. Eclipse apocalypse. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna title tonight's video, Eclipse Apocalypse, just for more entertaining. The Eclipse Apocalypse. The Apocatrip. Yeah, you need a capo to play Total Eclipse of the Heart, and I don't have one, so we'll just sing it on karaoke tonight during the Eclipse Apocalypse party. Oh yeah, yeah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, yeah, ooh. Ooh. For real. Yeah, so we're out of the morning now because it's in the afternoon now. We're afternooner. So it's not really the Saturday morning. Awesome. All right. The McDonald's food is being picked up. Oh man, we haven't even played a proper song yet because we're too much into story time, bitch. Yeah. Story time's over, bitch. That was a good one in the Walking Dead show. Because this villain likes to tell stories because he was a former teacher. So Jeffrey Dean Morgan is Negan. He likes to tell. He tells all these stories, and then the guy who's holding him hostage says, "Story time's over, bitch," before he's about to kill him, unless he tells him where the medicine truck is, because it's like a apocalypse, like Mad Max, the Walking Dead apocalypse, the zombie apocalypse. And I like when he says, "Story time's over, bitch." It's pretty funny. All right. We're gonna do a crazy little thing called "Love" by the Game. Yeah, try to do it real quick before the McCheese gets here. Before the the McNinjas gets here. All right, so we got it. No capo. Oh, there's a lot of chords, but that's okay. Let's see what the chords are. Take a long ride on the motorbike until I'm ready. Crazy little thing called love. Crazy little thing called love. Let's bring on the Mickey cheese. So, yeah. With the French fries. We're here. It's here. Right on time. I got to finish the song right as it. Yes.